folks, welcome to Bird's Nest, or welcome back if you're one of our 74, I think, right now, subscribers. To the subscribers, thank you very much for subscribing and for being patient. I know we haven't put out any new videos for quite a while. And some of those there's even been edited from stuff I recorded quite a while back. I've been having some back issues, been pretty much down for the count for the past few months. We've actually only been out catfishing twice. So it's been a pretty weak year for fishing and outdoor activities, and the herd they're bearing with me. They love being outside. We do what we can. But anyway, so I'm right now more than likely looking at surgery, but I'm able to get up and around for a little bit at a time, so I'm going to try and do some things around the shop. And one of the projects I've been wanting to do is making a fence, a rip fence for my bandsaw. I found a really good deal on an older 12-inch Craftsman bandsaw. It was pretty rough when I got it. I mean, it ran, but I took it all apart, cleaned everything up, took the tires off the wheels. There's almost like a calcium deposit or something on it. Cleaned everything up, wire brushed. All the guide rollers and everything were kind of seized up and rusty. I took it all, soaked it all, cleaned it all up. There's probably some parts on there that need replaced, but I thought I'm going to see just how well I can tune this. And honestly, with my years of construction background, a bandsaw is one of the tools that I have very limited experience with. I've always wanted to mess around with one, I haven't really had access to it. So YouTube University went, searched a bunch of videos, and I came across, I think it's Alex Snodgrass is the name of the guy. It's kind of the Snodgrass method of tuning your bandsaw. And bandsaw is a little different here and there, how the rollers, how you access them, and the guides, but the concept is the same. So I cleaned everything up and used that, and I tell you what, I've had a blast. I've only used it a few times. The main reason I wanted a bandsaw was, for one, to be able to do more curves, radiuses, that type of thing that you can't do on a table saw. Also, if a good blade in a table saw, you can make some pretty good rips or cuts. But a bandsaw, I think, is just a little bit cleaner, and I can go thinner and taller, which allows me to even make some veneers. And hopefully in some upcoming videos, I'm going to do some laminating with different woods and just playing around with that. So that'll be down the road. And also a bandsaw for cutting, helping shape hammer handles. If you guys remember, I think last year, over a year ago, when I made my anvil stand, that ash, and I've got all the scrap, I've made some hammer blanks. I'm looking at it right now, 6, 7 hammers. One special hammer, which I'll reveal when we get to that. Pretty excited about. Anyway, for making handles, tomahawks, axes, hammers, I want to be able to help cut the profile a little bit, just to take off some of the handwork. So anyway, what a long drawn out opening this has been, but thanks for bearing with me, and we'll get right into my idea of a fence for the bandsaw. Alright, so here's my bandsaw. The coolest thing I think about it is, after all the boy. You can see bullet in the frame here, but just checking you out. I plugged it in to start it, and there's a light bulb up in there right here, and it still worked. I thought that was pretty cool. So anyway, what I want to do, I'm going to use some of this is my favorite material to use on so many projects, old bed frame. There's different sizes of it. It's sturdy enough, it's like a lighter gauge regular angle iron, and you can pick bed frames up. Watch the marketplace or whatever, you can get them for free, I think, half the time. I've even heard rumors that some of the bed frames can actually be a decent carbon steel, but I haven't played with that. So I have a fence like that, and then I'm going to just rip a piece of plywood. Eventually, at some point, I will get a little scrap of like MDO or MDF board. That seems to be work pretty well. For now, I'm just going to use this. I can always add another piece. So I'll just rip a piece of that, and then countersink some screw heads, fasten it up, anchor it onto the steel fence, and then on the other end, I'm going to make a T like that, and then on this end I thought about something similar to this, and once again on YouTube I searched, and there's a few guys, I don't remember their names right off, that use this kind of system. I think this is called a toggle latch or a toggle clamp. It can most commonly probably is you anchor it. People anchor it to a surface like this, and then you just pull the handle, and you can adjust this little foot and lock it in place. So I'm thinking, if I have my fence come out this way, I'll just use this piece for demonstration. So a piece like that, and then a taller piece I can weld right there and attach my toggle to it. So like that, and then it'll lock right against the edge right here. The thing is, I could, as far as like the T piece up here, I've gone back and forth, maybe a couple of bolts so that I can adjust that T to make sure that it's running square with the blade. There might be a little play back here, but I'd really like to just weld it and be done with it. But I'm not sure if I do that, how square. I know this table is square, I checked that, but the one thing I don't know is how parallel the blade is with the edge. If I'm using this as my guide, or measuring, I'm not sure if this blade is square with this, so if I just measure off the edge, how that's going to work. Quick way I think to do that, I'm just going to grab a couple of clamps and clamp this down and measure just an arbitrary, like say 8 inches from the edge, exactly. Clamp it and then put a test piece through just to see if I'm getting any drift, I think is what they call it. And that's when you're feeding something straight and it's wanting to drift off to the left or to the right, because of the blade having a bit of a canter or a twist to it. Okay, cool, man. That went a lot better than I honestly thought it would go. I thought for sure, however I've got this tuned, I just had a feeling like it was going to want to push or pull or drag, and it didn't. Felt real smooth going through. I didn't feel any binding. I didn't see the blade pushing off to one side or the other, and got nice clean cuts. And this is oak, just old pallet wood. That's about as hard as the wood I'm gonna probably use. So good to know that how I have this tuned up, which I know I can duplicate if I change the blade, set it up the same way, and my fence should still be running parallel with that blade cut, that rip. So that tells me too, since I know this is a perfect 90, I checked that with a square. If I weld this T to the fence here at a perfect 90, I know that'll hold it parallel to this edge, and then it'll just be a matter of attaching my little toggle clamp on this end. But for starters, let me get a length of this cut and get over to the welding table. Okay, well, so far so good. This thing is running good and square. The welds seem to be holding. So I did cut this just kind of to approximate length, just to make it easier to work around. But now I need to 2 more cuts. This is just an end piece that I cut off, and I'm going to use this as kind of an L bracket that I can weld to that, and then this with bolts will hold on to that. And the one thing I'm going to have to look at is the inside of this angle iron or bed rail has got a bit of a radius. So in order to get this piece to sit flat to the backside, I might just have to grind away a little bit of this to slide it over, because I definitely want, I'll probably put a tack weld on the front and the back, and then 1 or 2 right up here. Alright, I think we're about in the home stretch. All the welding and stuff is done. The actual fabricating, I guess. This is the piece I'm going to use to attach to the edge there. The fence, I just ripped that down to like 4.5, I think. 4.5. I don't think, it doesn't need to be the whole length. I might someday get, like I said, a bigger piece, but so I'm just going to kind of eyeball here. I'll have a bolt. I got 3 bolts, so I'm going to put one there. I'm going to put one there. And just find the center. About 18.5, so 9.25, half. So those up. What we got here? inches, so 1 inch, so I'll go about 3/4 down from the top. All right, well, little man's gonna join me on the last little bit.
Hello.
What happened to your arm?
Well, parkour and monkey bars, man. So it's the thing that gets you.
Fearless little turd.
Yeah.
That happened about a week ago, so yeah, he's in a cast, and he can still do some stuff though.
I have to be in this cast for another month.
Yeah, maybe a little longer. All right, so I just transferred those marks over from the metal to the wood, so let's drill these, okay?
I used your drill without permission.
You ready? What are you gonna do? You pull the trigger. Ready?
Yep.
Squeeze it.
There we go.
Good job. Next. Right
Next.
there.
Alright. And I'm stressing.
Don't squeeze it until I tell you. Okay. All right. On the front side. Good job, bud. Use a little countersink bit. I'll do this part.
Okay. Holy crap. What the heck is that?
Where's my bolt? All right, we are ready for assembly. So,
Transformers and Autobots assemble.
a little snug there, but that's okay. Through there. A lock nut, flat washer lock nut.
What's a walking nut?
See how that's offset?
Yeah.
As you tighten it, it starts to straighten out. It puts tension on the nut and keeps it from vibrating loose. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
All right. Can you screw that on? Just like that? All right. I'm going to be honest here. I've already dry fit it once, but I ran across a couple things. These things are adjustable. These can come up and down, and this foot comes in and out. Hopefully you can see that. Yeah. But in order to adjust it, no big deal. I pick it up, and then it clears this lower lip. But the inside of this, I just ground that out a little bit to because it was hitting here. So I kind of figured there might be a little bit of fine tuning, but I got everything tightened down, and I just find my center there, and then measure to the edge where I was just like any other fence, and then lock it down. Okay, that's enough finicking around, right?
Yep.
You can hear me? I got it set right now for not even an 1/8. I'd say a strong 1/16. So I'm gonna run a test piece and see how well it does. The true test.
Do you need that?
You can have that one. I'm gonna run one more here quick. Oh, that's cool, man. I mean, that's a 1/16 right there. I could go even a little bit thinner.
Thank you.
But look at that. Nice even cut.
Damn, it's the same length.
Awesome.
Woohoo!
Okay, so I think mission accomplished.
Yeah.
Finally, have got
My arm hurts.
a rip fence for the bandsaw, and it works. All right. So, hope you guys enjoyed that. Like I said, I'm gonna be, as my back is kind of healing or whatever. I don't know how many big adventures we'll go on. I still owe Little Man a big adventure from last year. Got to get that thing out. But anyway, thanks for watching, you guys. Got anything to say?
Yep. Thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe and like down below under our YouTube channel.
All right. We'll see you guys. Take care.
Button. Trying to get to 40 subscribers already.
We're at 74.
74.
Let's try and get to 100. How about that?
150.
Do 100 and then maybe we'll do some sort of a giveaway?
Yeah.
Okay, 100 subscriber, we'll have some sort of a giveaway. We'll,
I know the giveaway.
me and the herd will make
I know
something.
The giveaway. Our shirts and stuff.
Oh, maybe down the road someday. But anyway, that's all I got for now. Bye.
Bye.